Yesterday, we heard from the assistant U.S. attorneys who prosecuted the gun trace task force trial. But the guilty verdict is not necessarily the end of this case.
No, there were plenty of other allegations made during the testimony, and that leaves city agencies having to run them all down. ABC 2 News' Brian Kubler is here with that part of this ever-developing story. Brian.
Jamie, both the Baltimore City Police Department and the state's attorney's office were implicated in that massive GTTF case. Now that at least part of the investigation is charged and tried, it still leaves some more work to do in its wake. As he promised in an interview with us last week, Commissioner-designate Darryl D'Souza made a very public apology to the city in his confirmation hearing last night. The gun trace task force set this department back 40 years, he said.
I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, sincerely would like to apologize, Mr. Chair and Council and Baltimore City residents. I sincerely would like to apologize for what they did to Baltimore, and I promise that this will not happen again.
To that end, D'Souza also told the council last night, as he did us last week, he plans to pick the brains of U.S. attorneys and the FBI to better root out any lasting corruption from the GTTF. D'Souza says they have a list of names that came out during trial, but told the chamber last night he wants more intel from the feds on just how this corruption was uncovered.
Next week, I am meeting with the FBI. Over the next couple of days, I'm meeting with the FBI based on the GTTF trials.
We'll do whatever we can to help. He has a challenging mission, and it's an important, vital function for our city, and so we'll do whatever we can to help in that regard.
In an interview yesterday, Assistant U.S. Attorneys Leo Wise and Derek Hines say they are happy to help D'Souza in his effort to do a corruption case post-mortem, so to speak. But the Baltimore City Police Department isn't the only agency gathering GTTF intel. The Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office, who the feds say had a prosecutor who leaked the investigation to then Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, says it also received information. In a statement to ABC2, a spokesperson for Ms. Mosby's office said, quote, "The United States Attorney's Office has shared components of its GTTF investigation with our office, but we are not at liberty to comment." In the same statement, though, the office did acknowledge it fired a longtime prosecutor, saying, quote, "Anna Montaigne is not an employee of the Office of the State's Attorney for Baltimore City." Now, an attorney for Ms. Montaigne says that statement seems to suggest her client was the prosecutor who leaked that information to Wayne Jenkins, something she vehemently denies. Montaigne now plans to sue Marilyn Mosby's office for wrongful termination and defamation.